Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you guys who haven't been to my channel before, y'all know that my name is Gray. How are you guys doing today? For those of you who don't know, I have finished school and I'm working. I'm not exactly working what I want to work quite yet, but I'm working on manifesting and working with my spirit guides, deities that I work with, to get to where I want to be. And it's a process, but everything comes with time. And there's also something other big event that's happened in my family life recently. There is a mystery that we've been trying to solve for years. At least I've been trying to solve for a long time, and I kind of settled with the fact that I wasn't never gonna find or solve this issue. But out of the blue, it just kind of literally out of the blue came into my life. And it's kind of what I wanted to lead this video, talk about this video. Because this thing happened with Mercury in retrograde, and for a lot of people who I know in the crafting community, pagan community, new age community, metaphysics community, many people in the metaphysics, but a lot of people in the crafting pagan community, they kind of fear the idea of Mercury retrograde, or the time of Mercury retrograde. And I'm questioning, I'm asking, why are you scared or have fear for Mercury retrograde? And a lot of times people go, when I hear Mercury retrograde, they go, oh, Mercury in retrograde again, I'm not going to get anything done, things are going to be hell, yada yada yada, etc. ad nauseum. And I kind of take a step back and I'm like, why? Mercury in retrograde has never been a time where things are shitty. I think it's a lot about your mentality. Mercury in retrograde, we're being in retrograde because Mercury is the planet of communications, mainly the planet of communication, the planet of action, tasks, career, like relationships on the, mental level. And being a Gemini I by Mercury, mainly Mercury, a lot of Geminis get influenced by this, but I don't understand where the misconnection. I know we all have our own opinions about certain things. And I think it's the intent going into Mercury retrograde, because I really feel like Mercury going into retrograde, it's not, to cause hell or to cause turmoil in our lives, but I really think Mercury going to retrograde is to test how we properly communicate to people. Because a lot of the time in our journey, yes, a lot of it is about ourselves, but there's also an external balance, natural law, or the universal law of polarity, the internal, the introspective, and the extrospective, or the outside insight or outsight of things. I don't know the proper term for that is, so please bear with me. But I feel like a lot of the times this Mercury retrograde is to teach us lessons how we can communicate with others, even though we don't ourselves quite understand what we're saying. We should learn how to articulate yourself so other people can understand. And I think that's the main lesson in Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde also brings things up from our subconscious that we do not quite understand or are really resolved. And a lot of Geminis, being ruled by Mercury, I think understand that Mercury is a very complicated planet, because it does help rule communication, but it also, people I think leave out the fact that communication between the three realms, mental, physical, and emotional, or emotional, physical, and spiritual, that communication between these different planes also is inflicted by Mercury. And I think a lot of the times going into it, Mercury retrograde, I think people, since they set up Mercury retrograde, is going to become this, this hell for them. They've already putting that intention out there that it's going to be hell. I think if we change our ideologies going into this, if we change our intentions going to Mercury retrograde, I feel like it really could benefit everyone. I myself, when a Mercury retrograde is coming into fruition, I really put that intention of like, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I be grateful for from this? And I really feel like since I started doing this and took out that fear of Mercury retrograde, I've learned that, or I've experienced it being a lot more fluid, a lot more understanding. If I gave up that control, or I gave up that fear and just kind of went with it and, thought of what lessons can I learn from Mercury Retrograde? Everything really turned out better. And I really think this can help people who don't really understand Mercury and why its lessons are for us on this, physical plane. So I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the down there. I would love to hear about your guys' experience with Mercury retrograde, what you guys feel. Like I said, this channel is an open discussion. I love to discuss things with people. And I'd love to hear from you guys. So until next we meet, I hope you guys receive everything you need and may it only be positive. Blessed be and amen. Or wow, first time I actually said that. Until next we meet, blessed be. Ciao.